I want to talk about Atomic Heart. I don't like to be too hyperbolic, because I feel like when you do that too much, your words kind of lose meaning. People stop taking you seriously. But in this case, I want to say this is the most infuriating game I've played in years.
Oh, really?
But not for the reasons you would think. I mean, maybe somewhat that.
Yeah.
But because it has so much potential to be great. There are things I love about this game. And the whole BioShock thing is there in terms of the vibe. And, you feel alone in this world, but you can see the potential of the world type thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good to say. I'm probably going to focus on a lot of the bad here. This game is fundamentally flawed from the developer not having done another game. But they've seen good games. Surely they played other games. I'm going to start with the main character.
Okay.
They should have just not had him talk.
I know.
This should have
silent protagonist.
Right. Metro.
Just listen to the AI.
The number one thing I've thought playing this game is like, dear God, I wish Metro, the team that made Metro would have made this.
Yeah.
The writing is not good.
And
the
also,
character's not good.
The only time you hear Artyom talk in the Metro games is in the loading screens when it's when it's
like
written
his
down.
Monologues.
Yeah. It's his diary or whatever.
And they do that so well. The thing with Metro is it doesn't feel as large of a game. Like it feels like a AA game.
Yeah.
This game nails like AAA vibes most of the time.
It feels like they were just like they've never made a character before, and they were like, let's just make Deadpool mixed with Han Solo.
Yeah,
and make them Russian, dude.
But like neither of those characters.
And also, they don't sound like that because they're Russians.
But neither of those characters are like outright mean. The problem with this guy,
he is so mean. He's like,
shut
the fuck up, fucking fuck.
He just the whole time cussing in every line, basically.
Yes.
And the glove is just trying to help you. Like he's not being an ass. Like in Forspoken, the Bangle or whatever I don't know. I didn't play that game, but I've saw plenty of
good football team
of the stuff that people hate about it. Yeah. But the bracelet is kind of a dick. So it's like I mean that's bad too, but I kind of understand her being a dick back.
Yeah.
There's still terrible writing in there. This is worse. Because like it makes no sense that he would be the way he is whenever the glove's just trying to help
the glove honestly offers like therapeutic advice, and he's just like, no, fuck that traitorous pig. I'm gonna cut his heart out.
Yeah, or he's like
okay, dude.
He's like, I'm not deaf, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, well, come on, he's just helping you out here. And sometimes the problem is though they'll have him say some things that are a little like obvious, and then when you need him with a certain puzzle element or like there was a situation I got stuck because there was something on the ground, and unless you look down you don't know to interact with it. It was like it opened up a puzzle, so I was stuck there for a while. I had to look it up, and I was like, wow, why didn't the glove tell me? Because I interacted with a door, I couldn't open it. He said something about that. He didn't say anything about how to get in there. But yeah, there's a lot of that little stuff that doesn't lead you along well. There's a little scanny thing, like you can double tap right.
No, I've never used it.
I think it's just for enemies, just so you can see where they are.
I think it's just.
open.
I think it's for like finding lootable stuff.
Maybe I don't know. I've never done it and actually pop anything up. But as much as that is a problem, I think the biggest problem is the dated mission design. And the beginning of the game is really good, I'll say. Like, it's still linear.
I'm in the first linear spot. Yeah. I have not.
I think it's really good. Like, it's well designed because that's what they showcase this whole time.
Yeah.
But there's a section where you come to a tree and there's a gate there.
I'm at that exact section right now. I'm trying to find the third battery.
Yeah, and you got to find 4 of them freakers.
For no reason.
This is like back in the day in the 360 era.
So much
where they would use one area and send you down a bunch of paths, and then you have to backtrack through that area instead of having some cool way to come back around, which games have learned how to do. It's like they didn't play a game the whole time they made this to see the advancements. In one of those areas, though, specifically, I'm going to say, I'm not going to dwindle too much on specific missions. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's one of those where you go get a canister, and it's like this hydro lab, like they're stirring up these pools, and you have to get on. First of all, it takes a while to climb up, and the traversal is slow, and it doesn't feel bad, but it's slow. And you get up there, and it's like a tram that goes around the room.
So slow. Tram.
And
Jesus, come on.
Oh my God, the tram, I swear to you, takes 10 minutes to get around that.
Oh, and then it stops, and you have to restart it.
Yeah, well, also, if you fall off, it isn't a situation when they're like, hey, we'll just pop you back up on there. They didn't figure that out by playing other games.
No.
You fall off.
You have to wait.
Yeah, you have to climb back up with a slow-ass
Thank God I never fell off, dude.
Yeah, I did twice, by the way, because the second time, I got knocked out fighting the first time.
Oh, yeah. I picked the easiest controls. When it's a game, I thought I was going to pick like a hard difficulty, but I was like, these guys have never made a game. It's going to be buggy. I'm going to play on easy. Plus, I'm an easy guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, I haven't had too much trouble with the gameplay. We'll get to that. I'll actually give some praise there.
Yeah.
But I fell off fighting, climbed back up, and it was waiting for me there.
What a pathetic loser.
Got around about 5 minutes into this next ride, and I just kind of like put the controller down because I'm like, hey, it's going to eventually get there so I can do the next thing.
You have to wait in game.
Interacting with my children, and when I go to pick it up, I walk off the freaking platform for a third time. So this mission, this area took me 30 minutes, but it shouldn't have because there should have been a way to speed up this thing.
Yeah. It should know that if you fall off, it's just speed up the process or come back or something, you know.
Exactly. I mean, there should be like a black screen, boom, you're right back where you were. You know, maybe you take a little damage. That's what they do these days. But I mean, I know there's people out there that's like, oh, don't fall off. And it's not a cool thing anyway to be on this thing and just all you're doing is pressing Y to zap the thing to make the pool speed up.
And you're fighting drones that are flying around that look stupid.
Yeah, the drones suck. Yeah, most of the enemies are cool. I'll say that, but those drones are annoying, and sometimes you're just getting hit, and you're like, oh my god, little pest.
The coolest enemies so far are like the clicker looking motherfuckers that look like the starfish dudes from Suicide Squad.
They're not very common though. It's mostly going to be those white mustache guys.
Yeah.
Mostly, there's a lot of those. They're kind of fun. I like the anime vibe of the fight with them.
Yeah, the fighting is not combat's not bad.
Yeah, until because mostly good. I do like the way it feels until they back you into a corner, and it's not one of those.
Oh yeah, you can't get out.
You can't just dodge through them. You won't knock them back. There's no block.
There's no block. There's no like. No you have to switch to the melee and the switching between unless you hold X and then pick the weapon. Yeah. The quick switch is like a D-pad. So say I'm using my pistol, it's all the way at the bottom. Then I have to click the fucking left on the D-pad 4 times to get to my axe to bump them away, and it doesn't work.
Yep. The inventory system's a little weird. And the way you do certain things is weird with the inventory.
The first thing I did when I could upgrade stuff was upgrade my backpack because you just carry all these health items and they take all your slots up.
Oh my god, another dumb play other games.
I will say they did introduce one thing that other games should take, and that's the quick loot. How you can hold right bumper and then loot everything in the room.
Like Borderlands figured that out, so they did that.
Yes, but Borderlands does that.
This game doesn't really tell you what you can loot very well unless you walk up to it. So like if I kill a room full of robots, I need to start doing that. With the inventory, healing items are not stacked. So if you get 10 healing items, that takes up everything but your weapons and bullets. Basically.
So like the inventory is like Resident Evil.
Yeah,
it's like slots. And then
they don't stack like hers.
They don't stack. You have to. They fill up with fucking little health orbs.
This is not that kind of game. This shouldn't be a game where you're managing a little freaking cube of inventory.
Yeah, this isn't a survival horror game, bro. Right. Let me kill things.
But also, I'm gonna get into some good things here. The world, the aesthetic of this world, is insanely cool. Like they really nailed it. Every area in the linear stuff is set up to be a spectacle to you. When you walk into a new room, there's something cool in there, and you're like, "Holy!" I think about how a game's made. I think about someone had to sit here in Blender or whatever it may be and make this asset, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" They made so much in terms of assets for this game.
Yeah,
like that. I give them credit for that, and I mean, what they did was they really focused on that, so that in the marketing, that would be where they sold a lot and get Game Pass to pick it up. I don't want to talk that badly about it. It is a good game. $70 game. I don't know. They should have cut this in half and made it linear. And then honestly, I would say it's more of a $70 game because it would be more of a complete experience. But yeah, they do a good job making it feel AAA in the linear. We're going to go ahead and go into the open world. This game shouldn't have had open world at all. It should have been maybe like open area sections that move to the next thing, but there's too much time there. And they did not flesh it out or think about it. The alarm system...
I heard that was annoying.
Oh, it's so grating, dude. Like it's constantly you're looking out for something that's scanning you that's just not obviously there.
Yeah.
Like there will just be one of those flower things and all of a sudden you'll have a freaking horde of enemies on you. And once they're on you, they're on you. There's not a lot to do except for run away or fight them all, and then it takes too long. Like it's just things that are constantly slowing you down. This game doesn't need to be 25 hours long like it is. It could have been 15 hours and been great, but they added things in there to prolong it.
Yeah.
But I think the story is well enough delivered, at least the backstory of it.
Yeah.
Like I
kind of can see where the story's going so far.
Yeah. The R part of it I don't like. I like the grander scheme of the story.
Like the you play a guy who can't remember anything, and he has this undying allegiance to a scientist, where I just can see this is going to go bad.
But why would they make you play that guy? Because it's not like, who wants to be the dumbass that's just like devoutly following some guy that's obviously going to be evil?
Hey, he saved your life. He's a doctor.
Yeah, you're like,
he's supposed to save your life,
and you can't even remember anything before it. So why would you be so naive?
Yeah.
Like, he's a KGB.
You don't even know how.
Spec Ops.
Spetsnaz guy.
Spetsnaz guy, yeah. So, like, he should be intelligent. Like, he obviously is intelligent enough to make it.
He should be a little weary of who he trusts. And he's just like, no, this one guy, I fucking love this guy to death, dude. Saved my life. He's a father to me. He saved my life.
He's such a bro. Like, oh. Why is this game not just Russian voice actors?
Oh, I know. I would have loved that way more. I would have loved it way, way more.
Talk about immersion breaking. All of the characters
are all British.
American or British.
Yeah.
And the game is based on Russia. You're in Russia.
Yeah.
It's where Russia won.
No, there is one German scientist who is played by, of course, a German scientist. Oh, yeah. But everything else, British and American dudes.
Yeah. Your main character is Russian, but he's American as hell.
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, yeah, I am gonna shit on this game, but it is their first game, so I can't really like. Well, I'm
giving them their flowers for like this their first game, and they made it big with it in terms of like they got the popularity that most first-time developers didn't get.
Yeah, and this is not like a side-scroller type game. Right, this is a full open world game that they built.
But at the end of the day,
no disrespect to side-scroller games, people make for their first games. That sounded such.
You're really right.
I'm just saying it must be. I'm just saying in terms of making a game, it must be easier to make a side-scroller than it is to make a full open world game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and give a review. I've played about 12 hours of this game, so I think I'm halfway through. And so far, the first 4 hours were so good, and then it kind of has dwindled.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to get much better. If I'm rating just the first 4 hours, I'm giving it a solid 8. I think it is really good in those first 4 hours.
Okay.
If I'm rating just what I've played since then, it's like a 5.
Oh,
so
shit.
I'm going to middle it there and say this is like a 6.5. On our scale, I would say this is like a C-.
C-.
Yeah, and only
skip it
because
if you're not interested.
Yeah, only because of there's some things in here you can't really see in other games.
Yeah.
In terms of like just how the world looks, and like it could be a really cool movie, honestly.
Yeah, it could be.
And I think you should see it just because I think this studio will be around. I think they're going to make something good.
Yeah, and it's on Game Pass, so it's not going to hurt if you've already got Game Pass.
Yeah, it's worth a try. And if you're like me and get through that first 4 hour block of the game and you hate it, just quit. And I think you'll be happy with what you play.
I think that's what's probably going to happen to me when I get through it finally.
Yeah, once it goes open world, you're going to, it's just.
Yeah, but fuck this game, bro. 6.5 out of fucking 10, dude. C+, dude. I mean, C-, dude.
C-. Don't give it the plus. But no, if you're digging this game, let us know. I didn't mean to rag on it too hard because there are things I really like.
No, I like it. I do like the flow of combat, I will say, but like you said, when you get backed into a corner, I didn't even realize that until I got backed into a corner. Yeah. I was like, fuck, this is annoying. I can't.
You can't do anything. Yeah. You just die. They just back you in the corner, you die.
But I do love the super fucking move with the axe as a spin around move.
Yeah, but after you do it about 3 times, you don't really want to do it. It's disorienting.
Yeah, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and it ain't effective. Like, no. I'd rather you just keep hitting them. It does more.
I love it.
But,
sick.
Anyway, till next time, stay nerdy.